Okay, I wanted to put a quick comparison video together. Some guys had asked for it on the Arrow Hunter Kestrel and the tethered Mantis saddles. I'm brand new to this, haven't done one single hunt yet, so take this comparison for what it's worth. This is really just to show guys that are brand new like me what the different pieces of equipment look like, and just some of the kind of obvious things that that at least I see with it, and just some of my early on impressions and preferences. Obviously, if you're looking at this, you're familiar with saddlehunter.com. I mean, guys that saddle hunt have forever. You know, John Eberhart, Ian Munnick, Greg Godfrey, Bobby Boswell, ton of guys flinging arrows. You know, all kinds of people, all kinds of resources on there to learn from. Better than this, obviously. But I've been practicing with these a little bit. Feel very comfortable in the tree as far as safety goes. Feel good with everything. Having a little bit trouble getting comfortable. I understand that's what happens when you're new to this, getting in shape with it. So if I just start into this thing, first difference you come to would be just the weight of the thing. The Kestrel weighing in at, you know, I've got size 2, weighing at 2 pounds 14 ounces, and the Mantis coming in at 18 ounces, just totally bare. I've got the Kestrel set up with how I would intend to hunt with it here. We've got the back band strapped on. We've got 2 rows of molly here on the Kestrel versus 1 row on the tethered. No big deal there. Got the mesh obviously on the tethered, nice and quiet. And we've got the nylon or Cordura here on the Kestrel, which, you know, could be noisy if you were to scratch it on something, I suppose. Some of the other things, when I look at this Kestrel all dressed up, we've got the lineman's belt here, daisy chain. We've got the bridge, got the tether in this pouch, real nice. The Doyle's game loop, hoist rather. When I look at that, it came in at 6 pounds 6 ounces, and I'll post some pics of that on the scale, and that would put me at about 4 pounds 10 ounces if I were to do the same with this tethered and have everything there. So that would be everything other than obviously sticks to climb up. When I look at some of the other differences, the leg straps, the buckles, and the keepers. If I look at this, we've got very heavy buckles. That's a detractor for some, but they're solid. Definitely can make a little bit of noise too. And the leg straps have the same kind of a buckle on these. I think it's an option now to get them without, I think, if you don't want the buckle. Just adds weight and bulk. We do have the little elastic keeper here, which is nice just to bundle that up if indeed that stays in place during hunting. Seems to so far, but who knows. Over on the Mantis, we've got, you know, everything's just smaller and lighter than the Mantis on purpose, you know, by design. But these are just kind of a petite buckle. I kind of don't really like the way that this one makes a lot of noise jingling. It doesn't when it's hooked, but I could see that being an issue for me, having to be really careful if I were to get dressed at the tree on a long Ohio hunt or something like that, where I would have this packed on the way in. So just something to think of. The leg straps are ingenious on this thing. Just a nice little hook. I would love to have these on my Kestrel, but these just hook right in here. You know, it just slides in real nice, and that's it, and tighten them, or you can hook it in over on the side, I understand, around the front of your leg. Tried that too. The bridge, we've got a fixed am steel rope bridge. I like it a lot. That's on there, so you just have to step through to get this one on, whereas the bridge on the Kestrel is right now just rope. No reason you couldn't change this into am steel yourself, but comes with a, you know, pretty big beaner and big, you know, knotted rope. So that's not quite as nice, obviously, as the am steel. One of the things I noticed is the lineman's loops I particularly like on this Kestrel. I like the fact that these loops are back on the Kestrel. They're back on purpose towards the back, whereas they're much more out in front of you on this. For me, it's a little bit of an issue getting, not an issue, but something you got to watch when you're climbing sticks. You can actually hit your beaner or your rope man one, you know, on the stick if you're not careful. Whereas on the Kestrel, they're a little bit further back, and I like that they also kind of put the color in here. Supposedly that's a little easier to see, to know that you've actually passed your beaner through the loop. I don't know if that's a big deal or not, but that's one of the other differences. Drying time, I would say if you were out in the rain and got soaked, that this Kestrel would take a while to dry. This Mantis would take no time at all to dry. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's just nothing there. It wouldn't even get wet. My attachments we talked about, the bridge we talked about, the tethers that I'm going to be using are definitely the ones that I bought from Tethered, with the fixed eye. They're real nice. Just again, bulkier knots that came with the Kestrel, so I've changed that out. Same with the Lineman. I'm using the Lineman from Tethered. Let's see, comfort. I'm able to get comfortable. It would feel, or more comfortable, I should say, in the Kestrel. I'm having personally some trouble in the Mantis. I'm having this when I slide it down so I don't scooch out of it. I feel like I have to ride it pretty low on the waistline, quite low, and it's cutting into the back of my legs when I try to sit. I'm just having a lot of trouble with that. I don't personally think that the micro adjusters will help with that. In my experience with the Kestrel, it just cups you even more, and that will continue to just cut into the leg. So I'm a little bit frustrated, just because I can't figure it out. But leaning in this in the Tethered is awesome, as well as the Kestrel. Leaning seems to be, you know, very comfortable and easy. Just got to work on the sitting. I think that pretty much covered it all. Packability, I mean, you can't beat this Tethered. That's why I want this Mantis. That's why I want it to work so badly. I mean, I could put that inside a big coffee cup, whereas this one's just a bit bigger. I mean, you know, it's bigger and bulkier. I could definitely get that all folded together nice and put in a backpack, but it's substantial, you know. I mean, it's close to 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds difference between the two fully loaded. So that's a big deal. But they're both really good products. I guess my impression would be that this Kestrel, I would call this a Carhartt coat, and this Tethered I'd call a real nice t-shirt. I mean, it's just really that different. I mean, I can crumple that up into nothing. It's like wearing nothing, whereas this is a bigger piece of equipment. So hopefully that helps you guys. If you have any questions, I would be happy to try to answer them. Like I say, brand new to this, so just thought I'd give you a little compare video. Catch you later.